Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. So, what the heck are you looking at? Well, this is a neat little accessory item for your Bic lighter. Your full-sized Bic lighter. This is the Tacticool Bic Lighter Case. And yes, that is the official name by the individual who makes it. Now, every time I do one of these videos, when I find something cool on Etsy, I have to point out the following. No one sent this to me. I am not sponsored by anyone. No one has ever sent me free product to evaluate, review, and then keep. No, that's not how my channel works. Everything you guys see on my channel is bought and paid for by me with my own money. No one sponsors me, no one owns me, and yeah, I get zero free product for testing and review purposes. The company on Etsy that sells this case or sleeve, but yeah, don't try searching for this product by typing in Bic Lighter sleeve on Etsy, because their search function won't recognize this. It will not come up if you call it a sleeve. So it's a full-size Bic Lighter case made by RitlandStudio. And yes, I will have the proper spelling in the description box below, along with a handful of specs. Be sure to check that out when the video is over. I will say this. When you search for lighter sleeves, especially for Bic lighters, you will get a ton, just a massive amount of results on Etsy. Thing is, though, most of those are cosmetic in nature. Here's a nice little sleeve to dress up your favorite disposable lighter. It's appearances only. You will find very few sleeves or cases that actually have a pragmatic function. Well, this is definitely one of those extremely rare few that you will find on Etsy. I will admit, it does look tacticool. Oh yes, very tacticool. But very functional too. This case is 3D printed, and the individual who prints these out, the individual behind RitlandStudio, is right here in America. So that means that this accessory product for your Bic lighter is made in America. That's right, 3D printed right here in the good old US of A. This is not some cheap piece of Chinese junk. Yep, made in the USA. Now, when you order, you just get the sleeve, not the full-size Bic lighter. But this individual has done a really great job of making sure that this case or hard shell sleeve does a great job fitting a standard full-size Bic lighter. Absolutely great job. On this side, you have some diamond checkering. Now, it's not too aggressive. It's not too aggressive. I'd say it looks a bit more aggressive than it actually is, but it is functional. Not too aggressive, but definitely functional. These deep ridges on the front, also functional. And you've got more checkering back here. Or I should say on the other side. And down here, yep. Now this grit looks more aggressive than it is. However, if you have a flat surface, yes, you can get your Bic lighter inside the case to stand up on a flat surface. Absolutely. The case itself, thin material, as you can see, very lightweight. But here's one of the biggest selling points, something that really makes this pragmatic. Not just, oh, here's a nice cover for your plain, ordinary, ugly Bic lighter. Yeah. Usually weed related. Yeah. But here you have a large lanyard hole, and that is just excellent. Now, I will say that it is a tiny bit sharp on the corners, just a tiny bit sharp. But, you could take a file and just smooth that over, round it out if you want to. Just be careful. Don't be too aggressive with this. But yeah, little bit sharp on all four corners. Just take a file, tiny bit of work, should smooth it out. And yeah, stable base, good checkering, nice grooves. If you're a bit clumsy and you're constantly dropping your Bic lighter, especially when you're out hiking or camping, yeah, this thing definitely helps. This case/sleeve, oh, it helps a lot. Because as we all know, a standard Bic, very smooth all the way around. Now, this is great for EDC purposes. You can just slip this into a pocket, no problem. But again, if you want something with a good lanyard attachment, you've got it. If you want something that's definitely on the aggressive side when it comes to being able to hold this in your hand, especially maybe if you're unfortunately stuck in a survival situation, you're freezing to death and you need to start a fire, last thing you want to do is drop this, especially into some water. But with this, a good solid 2-finger grip. Oh yeah. This case is definitely functional. Yes, no false advertising here. That's one of the things I really like about it. Also, it's very affordable. It's $4. Yep, $4, 3D printed right here in America. And yeah, you have a full-size Bic lighter, you get an excellent friction fit. When I got this and I first inserted the lighter in here, there was a bit of a vacuum effect and it did get stuck. And I thought, oh, that's as far as it goes. Well, this is no good because a good chunk of the lighter was above the top of the sleeve, about that much, I'd say. And after a while, I decided, you know what? That's not matching the seller's picks. Yeah, these are both black lighters, by the way. So I decided, let me try to push this down even harder. I pushed it down harder, and that last, I'd say, I'm not sure, maybe ½ inch, although the seller's description claims 3/8 of an inch. It will get stuck apparently 3/8 of an inch down when you're first inserting your Bic lighter. So the best thing to do, push down harder, and yeah, you can just barely see a sliver of the black just above the case. This is how the lighter should fit inside. So the vacuum effect, yeah, you're going to encounter that. Just push down harder on the lighter. And because this is a very tight friction fit, I can definitely see this possibly now loosening up if you're constantly pulling your lighter in and out of here. But once you do have it all the way down, this is very difficult to pull back up. Like I said, bit of a vacuum effect, even though there is a hole in the bottom. So if you're looking for the type of case or sleeve where you can take the lighter in and out constantly, no. Like all friction fit sleeves or cases, all friction fit items, that first time, yeah, it is going to grip like you wouldn't believe. But if you're constantly pulling the item in and out, constantly, no. Expect it to loosen up over time and possibly even not be able to hold the item properly anymore. Yeah. This is the sort of thing where you buy a brand new Bic lighter, you put it in there, you leave it there, and my experience with Bic lighters is that, yeah, that fuel does not evaporate. Bic lighters, that fuel is absolutely encased inside the body of the lighter. I've had Bic lighters that still function properly after more than a decade of sitting around not being used. Not even joking. Literally a decade or more. Literally a decade or more, and these things fire right up. I'm not talking about spark up. I'm talking about, yeah, flame. This is a fantastic accessory for camping, hiking, any type of outdoor situation where you might need fire and you might need it immediately. Yeah. Standard, great for urban EDC, won't tear up your pockets, very smooth, but yeah, easily dropped. At least that's my opinion. This is not something that's going to be easily dropped. Take a look at how aggressive this is. And yeah, that lanyard hole, that attachment, that is fantastic. You can take twine or a length of paracord, put it through there, maybe gutted paracord, maybe put it right through there, attach it to the outside of your pack or on the inside of your pack where you can reach it quickly. Yeah, absolutely. This thing is great. It's a little thick, but this thing is great. Now, for those of you who have seen one of my other videos, you know that there's a simple trick to attaching a lanyard hole onto a standard Bic lighter. You take a paper clip like this one, just standard ordinary paper clip, lay it about halfway up, then you take some Scotch tape or duct tape or electrical tape, wrap it around, and look, you have a lanyard attachment. But it is very thin, and paper clips really aren't meant to be used as lanyard attachments. I would do that on a mini Bic, but on a full-size Bic, oh yeah, you are definitely better off with something like this. Yeah, this is just fantastic. There's two colors available. The one you're seeing, this is officially at the seller's shop. This is olive drab matte. Yeah, not yellow, olive drab matte. Although in real life, it's more like dark matte yellow. You have that option, and you have this one, which is black. Who doesn't love black? Yeah, more of the stealth option. And again, these corners are sharp a little bit. Take a file. Hold on a sec. Yeah. So that's what the inside of the case or sleeve looks like. Sorry, I'm trying to get this. Yeah, that's what it looks like. No obstructions of any kind on the inside, as you can see. And of course, it's easier to hold the flashlight still and move the case around. Yeah. I mean, overall, I'm very happy with the two I ordered. And as soon as this video is over, I will be taking this other brand new full-size Bic lighter and inserting it into the black case. Yeah. Those are the only two colors available. If you want more visibility, go with this one. If you want stealth black, go with this one. Both made exactly the same way or printed the same way. So those are your two color options. And yeah, I'm very happy with the ones I bought. Very happy. Again, the only relationship I have with this seller is as a, so far, one-time customer having bought both of these at the same time. That's it. That's my relationship with the seller. Just a customer. But I like the product enough that I decided to feature it on my channel. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of this, what I think is a really good accessory product for your full-size Bic lighter for camping and outdoor purposes and emergency use fire starting. Guys, please take care. It's still dangerous out there. I'll see you soon.